It's a wonderful day. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night. As you always know, I am George Onyibe. This morning, I want us to begin to look at a message I simply titled, Plain Truth, Hidden Truth in Plain Sight. It's a message that will come in series. Let us consider this as the introduction. I want to see how we can be able to salvage the next generation of Nigerians. Because the colonial masters who colonized us, the imperialists, has never had the intention of letting us go. They crafted their plans and their will very well. They have their structures in place. And as far as the whole process is concerned, if we are not ready to face the truth, we'll end up fighting ourselves from generation to generation while they feed on the misery of our people. Sometimes it may require brutal force. Sometimes it may require hard truth, bitter truth, naked truth for a people to be able to extricate themselves, completely savaging themselves from the claws of the imperialists. Nations like India knew this secret. They fought hard to make sure that the process of being psychologically reprogrammed is eradicated from their society. People like China and Japan are not ignorant. Even Americans understand that somewhere along the line, they need to stand up for the game. Nations like Russia today knew the truth even before the emergence of the imperialists. And so they never sheathed their sword for a single moment, as you can see today. I can go on and name many countries who saw this evil, confronted this evil holistically. Today, they pride themselves around the global community as world power. Their citizens walk before the global community with their head lifted high, not because they are more brilliant than us, not because they are more intelligent than us, not because they are endowed with natural resources than us, not to talk about human capacity, but because they were willing to walk the path that we are not willing to walk the path. They know the path. They understand that there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. Now, Africans know the path, but we are not yet ready to walk the path. And nobody will walk the path for us, except we walk that path for ourselves. And having seen all the conspiracy against us as a people, not just Africa, not just the black race, but focusing on Nigeria now, we have a choice to make. Either a few bunch of scallywags feed on the misery of our generation yet unborn, of course their children will not be spared in the end. Or we all embrace the truth so that in the end, dignity, integrity, all of them will remain what they stand for. Or else, we'll be deceiving ourselves, thinking that we are deceiving others. Like I said, this is just an introductory of this very discussion. And I encourage you, share it to Nigerians across board. People from South, pay close attention. And of course, my car people, you cannot overlook this very discussion. Because in the coming days, we are going to see what we are not supposed to see. We are going to do what we have not done before. We are going to react in such a way that is not expected. Because there are a lot of things we should have said that we have not said. And there are a lot of things we should have done that we have not done. But who are we? If the Creator has not auctioned us, mandated us, influenced us to do it, why should we? After all, He is the primordial influence that drives us in everything we do. And now coming back to the Benin royal mask, the image of Festac 77. You know, in my last broadcast, I said there are secrets hidden in plain sight. And quite unfortunately, a lot of Benin people do not know what that mask represents. And that is one way my love for Bender State, my love for Midwestern region can never die. That very mask, which is the symbol of Festac, an ivory royal mask of the Benin Kingdom, given to Queen Ada by her son. Now understand, that mask was given to the Queen Mother by the king. He was appreciating the mother for supporting her to have a successful reign. Before a king will relax and say, "Come, my people, let's feast let's celebrate, let's enjoy. You would understand that the success they are talking about now is not just monetary. It is not economic success. It is not religious or social success alone. It must be success that encompasses every area of life. There is a secret in that marks which most of us do not know, most especially Benin people. That is why most Benin people today want to become Skalewa, but they don't want to have sense. But everybody who are involved must understand that our work here is not to shield anybody. It is not to protect anybody. It is not the hatred of anybody that drives us, but trying to awaken the consciousness of our people that they may be able to grow to the level of maturity where we can truly be free, where we can truly enjoy life as it is meant to be. And now, why am I coming up in this way? Somebody went on the comment section of that video and was trying to counter me. This image was not actually made by so person. Let me not call his name. But the truth is, the image, the royal mask of the Bini Empire that was replicated and used for the Festac celebration was not the original one. Because the imperialists, British government who stole it from the ancient Bini Empire did not return it till today. When some Nigerian leaders under Olusegun Obasanjo understand the need why they should harness on the wisdom behind that royal mask, introduce it to become the symbol of Festac 77. They went to London, our loving UK, and said, please, this mask belonged to us before it was stolen. Can you give it back to us? Let's just borrow it, celebrate Festac, and then return it again. Our almighty UK, Britain, the one teaching us moral, refused to borrow us what they stole from us. And then another Benin man was assigned to make a replica, a look-alike of this royal mask. That was what was used in the celebration of Festac. And now we all know that the essence of the celebration of Festac, having been demonized in time past, was not true, because we were actually informed that the purpose of celebrating Festac was to worship idol. This is not true. The truth was hidden in plain sight. It was all about African unity. That was the era when Pan-Africanists were born across the globe. Most of you did not check the timeline. It was not to celebrate idol, despite the fact that Nigerians has been on the forefront of trying to unite Africa. Nigerians also has issue to do regarding unification. It was also a way to remind Nigerians across board from every ethnic group that there is need for us to be unified, and that no image, no history, present or past, could suit the purpose other than the present of Edo King to his mother, Queen Ada, which is a symbol of unity. And I must also recommend a brother on the comment section, and he says something and say this symbol represents the 12th tribe of the Benin Kingdom. And I was like, wow, so some Benin people know the truth. Because some of them are looking at the gold, the diamond, the avro, the silver, the ornament, and so on and so forth. But each of those carving represents something. Some time ago, we talked about the Abam and the Edam, the symbol of royalty and authority. But this one, we are talking about the royal mask of the ancient Benin Kingdom. Now, let me explain before I go a little bit in depth. Like I said, this topic will be on series. Now, if you look at the royal mask of the Benin Kingdom, you look at Africa, all the items, all the things stolen by the imperialists in the era of colonialism, from the Portuguese to the Franks to the English to the Arabians, you see they hardly have anyone in their museum to showcase. But if you see 20 or 100 artifacts stolen by the imperialists across the globe, you will discover that about 50% of them are stolen from Benin. And this is a way to tell those of you who want to relegate Benin to the background that Benin no be your mate. Just know this so that we can be able to go home successfully. Let me digress by going back to the ancient map. The ancient map talks about the Bight of Biafra. The Bight of Biafra is not Igbo people. Because if you are acquainted with that map, you will know that the Bight of Biafra encompasses even beyond Nigeria. It goes down into other African countries that has ethnic groups that are larger than even the Igbos. And so, the name having been adopted, given to Ojukwu by a German, Franco Pigo, no Igbo man can morally and normally, when their brain is not damaged, and say Igbo people are Biafra. These are ancient map record. You have the Bight of Benin. And some of you may argue, the Bight of Benin is not the Benin in Nigeria. It is the Dahomey people in Benin Republic. But you will be wrong, because I'm not sure outside the fact that we have a slave port in Dahomey, Republic of Benin. They do not have a monarch. They do not have Oba. And so the map, the Bight of Benin you see there is not Benin Republic, but it is your tiny Benin inside one Nigeria. And then you have countries like the Zamfara. The Hausas were not there. But we know they may be the original people who ruled the Zamfara Empire. Little wonder somewhere along the line, when they created Zamfara state, they were not stupid. They were trying to go back to their roots. But I will leave it at that. And then you have the what do you call this tribe? The only tribe that was not, they were not able to colonize. Why did the name escape me? But when I remember the name, I'll get back there. But of course, you know there is one country, the Ethiopians. And so there are a few countries that were there. And all of them that were there, the highest loot done by the imperialists was either, first of all, Ethiopia, and that was when Ethiopia was later invaded, and then Benin, and sometimes South Africa. Go and check their museum across the globe. You will see the truth. And so, there are a lot of things that has happened in time past which we ignore. But we will bring out all this truth and confront our people. And then we will begin to question, interrogate, investigate the credibility behind all the information they have given to the search engines, like the Wikipedia, the Encyclopedia, the Google, the AI, because while men sleep, the enemy came. And now, having been able to create a scenario why I am focusing on the royal marks of the Bini Empire, the truth I want you to see, just one truth, there are so many of them. But if I want to reveal all of them at once, we will not go home. So let's look at one of them. Look at the shape of that head. You will see it's one head. On this one head, there are other tiny heads around this head. Now, try and go back to my post before this broadcast. You will see the image. Look around. You will see that there are heads attached to that head. That is the true symbol of unity. And that is the area I want you to focus on as we go on this series. Now, that symbol you see, the royal mask, was actually trying to pass a message to Queen Ada that you, my father, the late king, and my father and their father before them, and the entire Benin people, the Edo people, has helped me to stabilize the unification of so many ethnic groups. And I do not know the advice Queen Ada must have given to the son, but the son has seen that they were able to build a stable empire where nobody wants to dominate anybody. And so he was trying to tell the mother, yes, the head is the Benin, but there are other heads that makes up the Benin kingdom. Little wonder, because you are ignorant, you begin to query us, or because you are mischievous, you begin to challenge us when we tell you our true history. Maybe you are intellectual, dishonest individual. Maybe you are a criminal, or you are wicked. Now, let's look at it this way. Elechi Martin of Iheronha Kingdom, popularly known as Ikore people today, an ethnic group somewhere in Rivers State, Nigeria, in his book wrote that they migrated from Benin. I was one of the people that faulted him. He's not normal, he's a criminal, he's a political statement. We said everything against him. How could the Iheronha people, Ikore people, how would they say that they are Igbo people? They answer Igbo name according to them. Everything about them is Igbo according to them. I'm coming. One of those heads represent them. And When I talk about Ikure now, I'm talking about not just Ihenoha, the descendant of Apara alone, not just Obiakbo, Ishukbo, Ilili, all of you, Ahuda, Abua, Adua, all of you. Mbuoba, Chubo, Zoba, Rumomo, Rumurusi, all of you. They are one head. I'm coming. I'm not going to release every secret. Because these Igbo Biafra people, which are the major threat to the peace and progress of Nigeria, must be exposed by all costs. I know they are desperate. I know they will stop at nothing. But they will meet their match in a time like this. Because I will humbly remind them that I am their destiny and I am their doom. And then you come to the Anyoma Aziz. You see the card, you see the Indokwas, the Anyochans, the Onecha people. They will tell you, you migrated from Benin. And the Igbo Biafra unity beggar are trying to remove us. No, you are not Benin, you are Igbo, you are Kalaka, you are Ezechime, you are talking rubbish. I do not blame them. We are one head there. They are still, the Obi of Onitsha is still there. The Asaba of Asaba is there. The Deni of Agbo is there. The Efezomo of Owa is there. My king is there. I was with him 4 days ago. And I was just taking time to look at the palace. It's just like the palace of the Oba of Benin. I'm talking to you about the Ute kingdom in Eka land. But let's leave that. All of them are one head. This is where we came from. You will not change this history. I'm coming. Don't be in a hurry. And then you go to the another side. You see the Asian people. Asia is not Bini. Bini is not Asia. Asia are unique people. Just like the Ihero Haikuri people. And just like the Anyoma people. They represent one head. Can we begin to talk about Esako, Ekpoma, Urumi, Awuchi, and the rest of them? Now, outlining all of them, time will not permit me. So let's leave it at that. I call the 3 major ones that are going to be the focus of this discussion in the coming days. The Kwere people, the Anyoma people, and the Asian people. And then we are going to review them to see why it look like some Igbo people think we hate them. So to show that we love them, the poison they are giving to us, we should eat it and die so that they know we love them. But it doesn't work that way. We don't hate anybody. But I will personally say, if I have hated anybody with cruel hatred, there is nobody I hate more than intellectual, dishonest people. People who are supposed to use their wisdom to work for the good of humanity, they are using it to exchange the destiny of humanity. And so each of those heads there symbolize every ethnic groups that migrated, that separated, that came out from the Benin Kingdom. This happened, the reason why they were separated later on was a lot of insensitive rules and regulation being imposed on other ethnic groups, as you know today, like the Asians, like the Ka people, like the Ikwere people. A lot of things happened, which is not the purpose of this very discussion. And all those things that happened, believe me, we don't see it. Not because we don't know it. We don't see it because we want the sleeping dog to lie. And if situation warrant, we will see it. You know, the Oba of recently, Benin made a statement recently, which controversially would have disrupted the tradition and culture of the people. But I'm happy how it was managed. And so many of these people left Benin because they were not treated well. But they are not Scalawa. They are cultured people. Some left because they needed to start their own family, their own empire, their own kingdom. Some left because where they were occupying could not contain them anymore. So for so many reasons, they left Benin. And now, Benin did not go after them and say, let us kill Ikwere people, let us kill Mbuoba people, Uzuoba people, let us kill Rumomo people, let us kill Rumorosi people, let us destroy Rumola people. They did not say that. They didn't say we will destroy Abo people, we will destroy our people, we will destroy Abafu people, we will destroy Iwake people. Let us completely wipe out Anyoma. They didn't say so. And they never said, let's go and capture Asia. Asia is useless. They never said so. There was need for that to happen. Because somewhere along the line, it did not add up to the Benin sovereignty. It reduces their power. But the Oba of Benin at that moment, of a great and blessed memory. I said I'm not going to call names now. Because Igbo Biafras are listening. Let them go and find out their name. And let them be disgracing themselves. And when some Bini people said, no, they have to come back. Bini Empire must remain intact. At this time, we were not influenced by colonialism. And whatever our father did, they know why they did it. They never returned to fight Bini. They never returned to destroy Bini. They never returned to conquer Bini. But they had their peace. And some Bini chiefs actually wanted to get them back, to be submissive to the Oba of Benin. But the Oba of Benin at that time said, no, this is not what we represent. This is not who we are. And we cannot do this. Please, let Asian speak Asian. Let Eka speak Eka. Let Ikwere speak Ikwere. Let Urubu and Ishekiri and every other tribes that make up this head you are seeing here, let them be. And everybody hands up. Today I'm a proud Eka man. And today you are proud Ikwere man. You are proud Esha man. And so they forge unity. You are proud on Echa man. You are proud on Echa man. You heard me right. And then, little did the Oba of Benin knew, or maybe prophetically or through revelation, they knew what was coming. So though we were separated, but yet we cannot be separated. So you can use a term simply known as separatable, inseparable. It is a language, a religious dogma, popularly used by Christians when they want to theologically explain the Trinity for you. They tell you they are three different persons, but yet operating as one. And so all the ethnic groups that makes up the Benin Empire, they are different people, but yet they are one. Separatable, inseparable, because something was upheld. The value system was never lowered. I'm giving you introduction so that by the time I begin to expose these criminals who are begging for unity, maybe their mind will be coming down to know what unity is all about. The Oba of Benin did not know the imperialist was coming. And when they entered Nigeria, they saw people with different dialect, different culture, people from different places, different language. How could they bamboozle us? How could they manipulate us? They have to build an institution. The first institution was to build an institution that they will use to manipulate some ethnic group under Bini Euroba. And then the next project was to take some group of slaves and manipulate them to create Bini Igbo. But fortunate for them, the Arabians has done the job for them in the northern Nigeria and manipulated them under Bini Hausa. They sent out academians to teach us. While I was in the village, I went to buy something from a shop. And I see the woman speaking Yoruba. And I was like, She Yoruba niye? They might say, Ro. But I say, you're speaking Yoruba? He said, yes now. I'm from Kogi State. I said, you are not Yoruba. But I didn't want to go deeper in that conversation. I just kept quiet. So there are Nigerians in Kogi State. Go and ask Yahaya Bello. They are speaking Yoruba. And everybody believes they are Yoruba. They are in Kogi State. I constantly tell you that we have Yoruba in Kogi State. But they say they are not Yoruba. But I give it to Yoruba. Because there are Yoruba people in Anyoma, Olukumi people. They are still speaking Yoruba. But they don't want to have anything to do with Yoruba. Some of their name is Ikechukwu, Onyema. Later we will come there. Let me not digress. Now, the Yoruba have peace through Samuel Ajayi Crowther. they were able to teach Igbo people and Yoruba people how to teach us the language we are almost speaking, the same way they teach us to speak English. I heard one of the colonial terrorists say, if they can teach a monkey, a parrot, to say good morning, sir, they can teach black monkey like me and you to say God bless the queen. I don't know if you've heard about that. The imperialists actually boasted that if they can teach a parrot to say God bless the queen, certainly they can bend you monkey and babu, as Nnamdi Kanu used to call you, to say the same thing. So Samuel Ajayi Crowther helped them look at, it was a homogeneous society from region to region. They look at the Willingtons in Yoruba land and use them to begin to teach some people Yoruba. That is why you have Central Yoruba. And so when some Yoruba come and speak, some Yoruba don't hear them. For them to be able to communicate, they had to choose a central. The same thing is applicable to Igbo when they are telling you, but I will give you details there. So Samuel Ajayi Crowther formed it. And that is when you hear that their video, when they are telling you, Anyanya, Anya, Anyanya, Egbe, Anyanya, Agba. That was when they were teaching them. We'll look into that in details. And then when they come to the Bini Empire, which is the main purpose of this discussion, the Oba of Benin turned it down and said no. He reminded them and said no. We can't force our people to speak Igbo, to speak Benin. We will not force Yoruba and Shekiri to speak Yoruba and Shekiri. We will not force Yoruba to speak our language. After all, if Yoruba was supreme then, why is Lagos called Eko? It's Eko Yoruba language. But don't worry, we are coming. We are coming. I'm just trying to create the base for this discussion. And we cannot forget that the purpose of this discussion is to expose the expansionist agenda against so many ethnic groups within the south, and the southeast region of Nigeria today. Because this is a mission of ethnic cleansing. They come in diverse way, very manipulative. You don't see them coming. But of course, they have all ended their career. And so, the Oba of Benin turned it down. This is where the Benin have problem. The group of slaves who call themselves that they are Igbo Biafra today took the project. And through religion, they got us. That is why you see, they say we answer Igbo name. Fine, good and fine. Because the name we answer today, some of them are our name. Some of them are not our name. Our name used to be something like Erabo, Ovia, Obaigbina, Oniwelehi, Oriekuse. Our name used to be like Igumbo. Our name used to be like Odele. Our name used to be like Nkonyaswa. Our name used to be like Iribuem. Our name used to be like Ibira. Our name used to be like Abubu. I can go on and on and on and on. Obiazikwo. I can go on and on and on. And all of a sudden, we are now Nyema. We are now Ikechukwu. We are now Udoka. We are now all this Igbo name. Something happened. We'll discuss it in the coming days. And so, you go to where they call Igbo land today. They don't understand themselves. Something happened, which we will expose later on. And they taught them how to speak Central Igbo. And somewhere along the line, Akwa Ibom man in Ebonyi State, Izi Iku Aziz, will have to speak Igbo, and they are Igbo. Somewhere along the line, the Gala people in Anambra and Enugu will have to speak Igbo, because they are Igbo, they must learn Igbo. And then Idoma that are in Enugu and Benue State, they have to speak Igbo, and they are Igbo. Now, this is where the danger or the issue is. The people who say they are Igbo Biafra now, they never acknowledge that there are other ethnic groups in the southeast that don't speak Igbo. I could say that 60 to 75% of Anambra State people do not know that 21 communities out of the 98 communities in Anambra are not Igbo people, and they don't care. If you go to Enugu, most Enugu people do not know that there are indigenous ethnic groups that are not Igbo people, but all of them have been conquered. They don't exist anymore. If for some irony that they were carved into other states, their ethnic group would have been wiped out. Without the help of Igala people are gone. Because Igala is in Delta, Igala is in Anambra, Igala is in Enugu, Igala is in Kogi, Igala is in Benue. Without the influence of the Ata of Igala, that is why you must respect your king. They are gone. Who colonized them? And who is still colonizing them? There is a tribe known as Akankpa, a community rather, known as Akankpa in Cross River State. Will you believe that only that community is bigger than the whole of Anambra State? But they are not even a local government. And some idiot will be talking rubbish. But I don't blame them. I'm coming. Now, but the Oba of Benin, they had the privilege to colonize all of us, including Igbo people, including Yoruba people. I will not say including Hausa people. But they turned it down. And those who accept the offer, they accept the offer. But let us assume that is what it was. And after many years, having been able to bring Africans to their knee, having been able to bend Nigeria under the weight of humiliation, they gave us Nigeria, a country that we love today. We embrace Nigeria. We said the imperialists should go. We can manage ourselves. We rally around ourselves. Ethnic groups from across the board came together. Let us become one Nigeria. And they discovered that some of us, this is a combination of homogeneous and heterogeneous communities. And then we have to deal with it. We have to work on it. The betrayal did not end with the exit of the imperialists. The betrayal was re-augmented. They now restructured the betrayal. In fact, the power of the betrayal was magnified. That is why we come here to Nigeria. But now, why I choose this place to come out? Because they impose on us fake unity. You have had a lot of Nigerian leaders in past time tell you that the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. It is not negotiable. But it is negotiable. Because their action deny what would have given a backbone to that claim, to that appeal, to that slogan. Because the way they are going about the unity of Nigeria is erroneous. It contradicts itself and it can never work. We can say it as far as we like. We can continue to pretend that we are one, but it can never be achieved. But then I'm drawing the attention of Nigerians to the Oba of Benin, the symbol of the royal mask, the image of First Act 77, and ask ourselves, as we go about unity, begging for unity, does it tally with the value? Can the integrity on this quest sell out? Can it be appreciated? Could it exist to the detriment of other people? Ask yourself question. You will see. What you see going about everywhere unification is fraud. Yahoo, 419. Because in the coming series, we will expose them bit by bit. And so, it boils down to the simple fact that Igbo people, Biafra people are everywhere. They are spending money because they know the game. Abo is Igbo, Ebake is Igbo, everybody is Igbo, they must be Igbo, they are answering Igbo name. Very soon, our land is Igbo land. I will go in depth bit by bit. This is just introduction of this series. And now we having worked with them, having seen their hypocrisy, having confronted them with truth and undeniable fact, that is not our heart that they are after, but our crown. Choose to do what we are doing. But believe me, they are not relenting. They have recruited most people born in our villages to be distorting history, propaganda. They are spending money to destroy us. They are heavily on Edo people. No. Let me leave the Igbo Biafra first and go back to Edo. Heavily invested on Edo people. And when I see some individual who say they are Edo people, you sit down on your platform, you are insulting Asia. I'm sorry. You lose it. You don't know who you are. And you are nothing like your father. the one our loyalty lies to. Even in their absence, their slightest touch command obedience. What trophy will they give you when you destroy Asian? Asian people remain a loyal subject till tomorrow morning. You trying to do anything, you're creating a fracture, a crack you will not be able to fill. And just sit back and know you are being manipulated by the real expansionists, the Igbo people. They will even pay Hausa to claim Ilili very soon. They will pay Yoruba to claim data. They will pay anybody payable. And those people are not going to do it because that is what they want to do. They will do it for the financial gain. And who is paying you to destroy Asia? The Asian that I know are patient people. The Asian that I know, they are approachable people. The Asian that I know are not what you talk about them. It's true, nobody is infallible, but the Asians are not like that. Do you know why I say so? That the Asian cannot be the enemy of Bini people. Because we have more Eka community interweaving with Asian people. Till tomorrow morning, when you go to places like Ozaneshi, Ozanogogo, Umolua, to mention but a few, even a Bake, you don't even know who is Asian. You don't even know who is a Kama. You don't even know who is Bini man. We must have trusted you. We must have loved you for us to do that. And then I come back to the Asian people. Because you are Asian woman, you are married to Igbo man, and then they pay you. You now begin to talk bunkum. You are attacking Bini. This is not who we are. Our fathers are not like this. They have their flaws. Their flaw is that they didn't talk when they are supposed to talk. Some of their flaws is that they kept so much secret, which is applicable to Africans. They kept so much secret because they fear if we can be able to handle it. They fear the damage it will cause when it go into the wrong hand. They fear so many things, and now their fear, that which they fear, has come upon them. And so ask yourself question. When we were Midwestern region, the closest ally of the Benin people, the Edo people, was Asian people. When we were in Bender State, the greatest ally of Benin people, Edo people, is Asian people. I'm sure you understand that, Bruce Ali. And then the question should be, you people are not dragging boundary. Who owns this land and who don't own this land? What is the essence of this fight? I will reveal the details in other series. And why did I bring it up? Because they are fooling you. They've not been able to engage Anyoma. Because maybe some of us, we came on time. We responded on time. But we know they are coming. But of course, Alimuken, they are testament to that simple fact that every land has a boundary. And so coming to the Igbo unity beggar, they are spending money to unite us. And then ask yourself question, why are they so desperate to unite with us? Why? Because they love you? What are the things that will happen if we fall for this Igbo unity? What do you think will happen to us? All these things we will explain in details in the coming days. It's going to be on series, one after the other. That's why I'm just hitting it for you. And then you come to my South people. You come to Niger Delta people. No. Let's remove Niger Delta here. Come to the South region. Come to my Nyoma people. Come to my Abo people. All of them are relaxing. When this Igbo Biafra come on my platform, they will begin to mock me. You are living in uncompleted beauty. Poor man. You are hungry. You are suffering. Illiterate. Criminal. They will demonize me. They will call me names. This is to tune you off from listening to me. But the future of your children depend on the message coming from uncompleted building. Mark my word, they will never forget this uncompleted building in a hurry. And one day they will say there was one man broadcasting inside uncompleted building. He was the one who exposed these people. Because I am their destiny and I'm their doom. In most cases, some of you feel what concerns us, it will concern you. But ask yourself a question. If Igbo Biafra man under Ohaneze Igbo or World Igbo Congress will be spending children born in our community to say that we are from their place, My brother, why can't you people make facility available for us to do our job? If I come out here, I say I need a laptop. I know Igbo people and Yoma people, South people that will give me that laptop. If I come out here, I say I need recharge card. In fact, one woman paid subscribe recharge card for me that I used almost 3 months. But to some of you, you are doing me a favor. Don't worry, when we begin to go into this, we will know who is doing each other a favor. You see, for me and my children, you see, for those who are around me, they've been weaponized. They cannot sleep in your hand. They have become karma themselves because they know what you are going to do and they are waiting to reciprocate. But you will not understand. Ask yourself a question as Sasat man. Ask yourself a question as a Nyoma man, a Kwaibo man. You think it doesn't concern you? If they can say Southeast belong to them, and somebody from Enugu is dishing out propaganda, somebody from Abia Umuahia, Ebonyi, all of them will support him. Why do you think what I'm doing as a data man, a car man, does not concern you? But the days of ignorance are going already. If they want unity, they know how to go about the unity. But they are not looking for unity. They are expansionists. They are on a mission to ethnic cleansing. And they will orchestrate a process that will destroy your people. And nobody will defend you. Let me give you an instance before I bring this broadcast to an end. There is a recent crisis between the Hausa and the people of Uromi. And everybody is saying, Uromi kill Hausa, Hausa is terrorist. And Hausa is doing their own threat, and Uromi want to stand their ground. But of course, almost every ethnic group in Nigeria has felt the stench of these Fulani headsmen and Hausa people. Almost everybody has been haunted by them. But we know that we can't get justice. And it is resulting to a point where people will begin to operate on jungle justice, putting the laws into their hand. And this is not what we want. And this is not why I brought it up. Why I brought it up is go and look at comment section on different platforms. Igbo Biafra people are raising propaganda. Hey, they want to begin to kill Igbo people in the north. Let them tell us that it's not Igbo people, it's Uromi people. So now that there is repercussion, negative, Uromi people are not Igbo people again. But when they want to deceive your children in diaspora, you will now hear the 40 state of Biafra, Igodomigodo Biafra, Uromi Biafra, Asia Biafra, Bini Biafra. Now problem don't come out. Problem, I know that if you carry out forensic investigation, you will see this crisis will not start except there is an Igbo Biafra man who have orchestrated it. Honestly, when there is something to eat, it is Igbo. If Chukwumanzogo was a hero, it's Igbo. But when the issue didn't favor him, he became Anyoma, it's not Igbo. Use your brain. Now, for those of you looking for unity, if indeed it's unity you want, go and study the history behind the Benin royal mask. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. Study it. Love is an illusion. It does not exist. But it is influenced by our conduct and character. Let me explain. Somebody say, love at a first sight. You are emotionally unstable and you are not normal. There is nothing like love at first sight. Maybe admiration at first sight. Love can be built. Let me tell you what love is. You can stay with a woman you don't love. Over time, if her character, if her way of reasoning clicks to your spirit, you will love that woman. I've dated many women in my life that I don't love. It's just about the sex. But it's amazingly, when I fall in love, madly, I can't explain it. But I've seen most people who say it's love at first sight. But in less than 24 hours, that supposed love will die. Why am I bringing it up? Igbo Biafra begging for unity. You can deceive us with the money you are giving to those people. You can deceive us with your influence on social media. You can manipulate our people because they are not paying attention. But the unfortunate thing where you will meet your Waterloo is that your character is stinking. Your way of life is horrible. They will reject you. That force you are using to come in, you will be ejected by the same force, even with a higher magnitude than you can anticipate. So instead of us building our time, resources, and energy, trying to create an illusion that will destroy to the detriment of our people, why don't you stop it and do things? Woo us if you love us this much. Woo us so we know what you really want. And so the purpose of this broadcast is simple. Humble yourself, you that is looking for unity. Go and study the symbol of the royal marks of the Benin Empire. Find out how today, in the absence of their sovereignty, the works of their ancestors still speak volume. And that is to assure you that nobody takes a kingdom by words, but by action. If you are from the South, Nigerians, you are Igbo, not Igbo Biafra. You are Hausa, you are Yoruba, and you are not biased. You truly believe in true unification of Nigeria. You must stop these people with fake unity because they are on a mission for ethnic cleansing. Share this video. Share this video. And let every Nigerian get ready, because from my next broadcast, we'll begin to take them topic by topic. This is just the theme, the introduction. The theme will remain truth on plain sight. I'll go to the comment section, receive insult from Igbo Biafra people as always, and then we'll bring it to an end. Yes, let us see there. I see Osas. I greet you. Good morning, Osas from here. I see my manest man, Baba Ifa. He say, George, what is your take on the nurse in Asaba insulting the first lady? Yes, Baba Ifa, let me respond to you. There is a lot of controversy. There is a lot of manipulation. There is a lot of game going on. Somebody planned that thing. But I don't think Anyoma people will do that. We have reviewed it. We have gone to the school of nursing. And honestly, that is unethical. That is unacceptable. Not coming from nurses. We say nurses are beautiful. These people are supposed to be in jail. The group we saw there are Agburu. It does not matter whether Tinubu is doing wrong or right. What happened there, I'm still ashamed about it. And we have asked all the people involved. That thing is political. In fact, Baba Ifa, what happened in that school of nursing is political. And most of our people who are hungry, they will subscribe to anything. It is political. It is political. All of a sudden, they were able to narrow it down to the people that started it. No, they are not telling you the truth. It is not possible to know who started it. And if they point to anybody that they are the one that started it, no, it's a political and those people are being victimized. But to cut the long story short, that is not acceptable. And the school of nursing has to pay apology. Write an apology letter, all of them. And I will appeal to the first lady. The deed is done. She should not look at those people that way. She should take time and find out the people behind that thing. And to cap it all. Now our mama be that too, we no get another one. Now our mama be that too, eh. Tinubu wife, now our mama, eh, we no get another one. Now our mama be this, oh, eh. So Babefa, that thing is politically manipulated. But these people will always shoot themselves in the leg. He's a womanizer. He's chasing Natasha. And then all of a sudden, Senator Nwebonyi want to beat up Jesse Kwesile. And then all of a sudden, Ikwere man is Ohaneze Ndigbo. And then all of a sudden, boom, Anyoma must be dashed to Igbo people. Boom, you people still don't understand the game. But I know, Baba Ifa, you know the game already. So what happened is unacceptable, cannot be tolerated. The first lady, if she's interested, should find. Let's move on that. Ignoring that, I see Osaz, I greet you. I see my sister Adezi, Adachieze. It's been a while, ma. I greet you. Good morning from here. I say, I greet you. Good morning from here. And you say the Asian people gave the IPOB Igbo the chance to destroy their society. Yes, Uyi, you are right. But then my people will have an adage that they say, when a mother say, if my child do bad, beat it my child, discipline my child. Uyi, if you discipline that child and something go wrong, that time the woman will show you how she gave birth to that child. Nobody is infallible. If Asian people form Mugu, nobody is infallible. Benin from extended wisdom, Edo people should save them. You don't destroy them. Do you know for 4 years, I was trying to talk to Igbo, Biafra, IPOB tout, warning them about what is happening now. They refused to listen. One of them, Uchuka from Efo, knew what I was saying was real. He wrote letter to them, trying to tell them stop because they resolved to blackmail me. And somebody said, God, if you are God, prove that you are God, kill me so that I know you are God. God didn't kill that person. I want to believe God is not God then. Benin people should be too mature to descend so low to talk to few Asians. Not all Asian, few Asian. You don't even know if their father is Igbo. You don't even know if they are Igbo man, Biafra man pregnant their mother. You don't even know if they are Igbo, Biafra people born in your village. You conclude because they speak Asian. Boom here. So now they are now, no. You have seen a lot of Igbo people come against me. But before I respond to them, I will profile them. And then, now, there is another group formed by Igbo Biafra people. They have assigned them to go and demarket Igbo people. They are everyone on social media. They are telling the whole world that Igbo women are prostitutes, that they are Olusho. They want to dent our image. And the people claim they are Igbo. And when they finish making Igbo program, they will sing Igbo song. And we have found out that they are not Igbo people. And now in the coming days, we will reciprocate to those useless criminals. But then, we have to find out the truth. You don't know the source of a problem, you can't solve that problem. When you know the source of the problem, go and severe that thing that is feeding that crisis. The problem is gone. So as far as I'm here and concerned, anybody within the Midwestern region, anybody within Bendel State, anybody who is part of the current day South, my loyalty is unnegotiable. My loyalty is for them. I stand with them. And when they wrong me, I will question them. I will ask them questions. I will ignore them for the good, overall good of all of us. I see Igbo Abuchi. I greet you, Igbo Abuchi. As a man, I greet you as a man. And of course, that is the one I have on the comment section. And this is where I bring this broadcast to an end. I encourage you, share it as we continue this series. Have a nice day.